Okay, there we go. So my first question was, when is what is y'all's most favorite album that y'all released?
Our favorite album that we have released.
I mean,
Yes.
it's always the latest, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely the
Yeah.
latest because that shows our growth period and what we consider to be our height of the best we are.
Hmm.
Yeah, especially yeah, our newest one, We Were Ghosts.
S- See, I gotta see. Even the video was amazing too. Even the music video.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that was a lot of work too, suffering in the summer when we were shooting it.
Well, we
well,
had an issue at the place that the AC was not working, so we were sweating. It was like 100 degrees in there.
Really,
Yeah.
at least 100 degrees.
100
Yeah, like in
degrees.
between shots, we were all huddling around the fan to try and cool down before it made the makeup run more than it has been.
So like what would y'all say how long did it take y'all to record it?
The album,
Well, not the album, the song We Were Ghost.
that one came together surprisingly fast. But I think the pre-production started with Sean in his studio,
Mm-hmm.
and then when he presented it to us, we had a lot of ideas that we just went to town on, and I think it was like maybe a couple of weeks to about a month, I think that it took. I think because I think we were pretty much done with it by Halloween, in fact.
Did you say around Halloween?
Yeah, it was right around when we were finished with the song, and that's when we finally had the whole concept of the album
Mm-hmm.
to stem off from the vision of that one song. From there, we were like, all right, so we'll use this song, this song, this song. We started putting together which songs we were gonna um that are gonna be on the album, and we just put together a timeline to finish it. And at that point, well, and I think we already had a bunch of the other songs in various states of completion, but we didn't start really completing it until we got that because we had the whole concept
Mm-hmm.
and started talking about the artwork and having different concepts of artwork put together. And at that same time, we were um, uh, putting through the timeline and when we were going to finish the songs and have them done by, and leaving time for mastering and then distribution.
Hmm.
Yeah, we were Ghost was basically the coffin nail for the album. Once we established that, like Roy was saying, we knew what direction we were going with the record. So all the rest of the songs just kind of like fit into their grooves in the album with that song.
So so like and like you put the album together like for every tracks that y'all did.
Yeah, after I mean the way we write is kind of crazy. Like a lot of bands like will go into a studio and lock themselves away for like, 30, 60, 90 days, whatever it is, and they will just start brainstorming and jamming and trying to come up with stuff. The way we do it's a little bit different. Um, we have basically uh, everybody in the band is a writer in some aspect, and we'll come up with like what we call like basically a
I
notebook.
guess song demos, or
Yeah,
I guess basically there are demos, and a lot of that is what a lot of other bands call pre-production. Like
yeah. If you
we're
want to
always
be
writing new
professional,
stuff, so it's just like every once in a while we would present this some new stuff to the band, and then if their ideas flowing, then we just start passing files back and forth.
Okay. Let me see if I have other questions. Let me pull up my notes real quick.
Well, you better have other questions. We're only 10
That's
minutes
it.
in.
We're done.
Yeah. Yeah,
We're
I just pull up my phone. So, when y'all perform, like what other places when y'all did a tour? Like y'all like went to Daytona or
like
like
Yeah, we played
we've been all over
Daytona.
the country.
all over the
Yeah.
country?
Yeah,
Yeah, all the way out to
many
LA.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, our last tour was quite interesting.
How
Uh,
so?
well, let's just say, for the first time in our lives, we downgraded from a tour bus to traveling in two vehicles, a pickup truck pulling a trailer. Or no, we didn't even pull a trailer. We had a pickup. What?
Pickup truck and a trailer and another
Yeah,
car. It
yeah,
was
yeah.
totally
Yeah.
it was punk rocking it.
Um,
Yeah.
I bet y'all carry a lot of
I'd
stuff
be
in there
lucky
as
to get a
well.
decent night's sleep.
I bet y'all carry a lot of stuff in the truck, didn't y'all?
We're
Yeah,
uh we're pretty it's pretty minimal, like considering what we do. It's more the biggest setup of us for us is like the drum set. It's still that takes up more space than anything, you know. And we got it down to one road case right now. So
yeah.
it's
We
one
got
Finally.
massive road case. But
thanks to you, Nick.
yeah, well,
Well, Nikki, so how long you been a drummer for the Sister Kill Cycle?
How long?
Yeah,
6 months.
6 months?
Yeah.
he's a mute.
Roughly,
here you go, Nikki. Here's the segue into your story that you've been wanting to tell forever online. So
Oh, story
by
time.
all
Okay.
means, by all
Okay.
means, Nikki
Okay.
Shannon,
So
take the stage. Here it goes. He's been wanting to tell his story. Everybody, just so you hear this. We hear
all right.
this on the phone about 3 times a day for the last 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be your first time hearing it, but I want to give the stage to Nikki Shannon. Explain. Here's your limelight, Nikki.
Okay. So here's my story of it, right?
Okay.
Sean and I talked on Facebook a few times, and he was telling me, "Hey, if I ever need another drummer, man, in this band, you're my man." I said, "Okay, cool." I was promoting Sister Kill Cycle before I was their drummer. I just liked them that much, man. I thought they were cool, and I liked their music a lot. So about not even a month later, Sean calls me and says, "I'm on my way to work," and he calls me and says, "Hey, the drum spot just opened. I don't want no retards or no fucking flakes. So what are you gonna do?" I said, "Well, I'm gonna take the spot." He goes, "I'm not auditioning you. I'm gonna send you some songs later. Learn them. Let me know when you get free, and come on over, or let us know when you want to come over and rock out with us, and we'll go from there." I said, "All right." 2 weeks later, I was there, ready to play all of them. I did my homework, and you know, I proved myself to them, and they didn't kick me out, so I'm still here.
Here, yeah.
That's pretty much the answer to everybody is nobody's kicked us out.
Nobody's including me. None of you guys have kicked me out yet. So.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a very like that honestly that is the greatest story I ever heard from Nikki.
thank you.
So how would y'all came up with the name Sister Kill Cycle? How would y'all came up with that?
Well, it goes back like way into the 90s. And basically we came up with the band Kill Cycle, right?
Mm-hmm.
The band name was Kill Cycle. And we still sounded like ourselves, kind of back then, actually a little more punk rock, but kind of like ourselves. But every time we kept going to shows, we had all these like Pantera guys, like bald headed guys showing up and like wanting to like fight us and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
we're like, well, they think we're a hardcore band, you know, Kill Cycle. So I was like, we got to do something about this. So I was like, I love Twisted Sister. I love Sisters of Mercy. So let's just throw Sister in there to soften it up. That'll keep like the bad boys away and the good girls coming. So
Mm.
Right.
we went from Kill Cycle, which is basically the meaning behind that is the difference of a life cycle. You
Mm-hmm.
know, in America, everybody has like life cycle. You've learned that in school. It's like your life cycle, blah blah blah. In Eastern philosophy, they believe the moment you're born, you begin to die. So every minute, moment from the time you're born shapes your whole entire eternity and the afterlife. So
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of why we went with Kill Cycle to begin with, because you know, it was cool. You know, it was cool. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
know, the moment you're born, you begin to die. So make something of yourself. And then of course, you know, the rest of the story was that, and we added Sister to it to soften it up
Mm-hmm.
and add a little more of like who we really were, you know, the soft and goth and you know, industrial synth stuff that we like to do. Um, I think we created a sound that's, you know, kind of unique. I mean, there's a lot of bands out there that like share the same kind of influences and stuff like that. I mean, we love
Mm-hmm.
Manson, we love Typo, you know, but we also love Pink Floyd and Bach and you know, Screaming Jay Hawkins and you know, stuff
Black
like
Flag.
that. Yeah, Black Flag and Jello Biafra. I mean, that's like Nick and I like love Jello to death. So it's like
Ministry
you
and
know, not to go
Yeah.
on a like a crazy
Rammstein.
tangent, but yeah, the band name like kind of helped incorporate everything we are because it's an amalgamation of everything, really
Mm-hmm.
and truly.
Wow.
So that's
So
kind
you
of
add the like the sister and the kill cycle like at
yeah.
the same time.
I mean that's kind of what Sister Go Cycle means to us now as our definition. It's amalgamation of like all the cool shit,
Mm-hmm.
and we
Yeah,
just put it
even
together.
stuff like Sister Machine Gun kind of has rolls off your tongue same way with that band.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, I cannot get over that one instrument you had, Roy, the synth guitar. I was like, man,
Uh,
I was like thinking about getting me one. I was like, man, I really want one of those. Like,
yeah, the guitars.
yeah.
Yeah, those are cool, and I've been wanting to get more into playing it live. Even before I joined Sister Kill Cycle, I was playing in a
Mm-hmm.
progressive metal band because I noticed that when I was playing keyboards in a progressive metal band, most of those guys, like especially the photographers, didn't know how to really get a good shot of me with all those keyboards in the way. But it's very easy to get everybody else, the bass player, the guitarist, because they're all wearing it like a guitar. And I started thinking about it. Well, if I still played synth but played it like a guitar,
Mm-hmm.
and most of us that play actual synthesizers know when you're playing the melody, usually you're only playing that in one hand. Everything else that you're doing with the other hand is tweaking the sound, like turning knobs and levers and switches. So when it comes to the design of the guitar, it
Mm-hmm.
makes the most sense when you're playing synth because you're playing the melody with the right hand because that's how it's ergonomically designed. But then you also have the other controls to finagle the synth
Mm-hmm.
also on there that you can use the other hand. And and I remember trying to shopping for all kinds of different keytars. There are so many out there, and they vary greatly in price too. The ones I got, they worked with the gear that I already had, like the hardware rack mounted synths and it also works with the regular keyboard that I usually have somewhere on stage where I can control it with the guitar, even layer it where I'm having both the rack mounted synth
Hmm.
and the keyboard being controlled by the guitar as I'm playing it. And
Hmm.
some of those songs you really get to see me do that when we play live. Like there's like say for instance we play Mrs. America. I actually play more live than on the studio version, and you hear more synth when we play that song live.
Yeah, yeah, it's great.
Like, was it hard, like, to use it, like, for your opinion?
It's there's a curve to it, but I also notice it's actually more in the direction that many of those progressive keyboard players have, where the keyboard is actually tilted forward, so that way they don't have to turn their wrists as much. The guitar is straight and flat, so I don't even have to flex it as much as those that have it at an angle.
Yeah, because the last time y'all were performing at the Brass Mug, it just like I like the sound of it. I like the sound of it, and like just like the melody in general. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a melody.
Yeah, and that keytar is just a controller. The actual sound is coming from a rack-mounted synth that
Mm-hmm.
it's communicating with.
But it also shows, like when you're seeing a key player, you don't actually see what they're actually doing. You see their
Hmm. Like their hands
so if
moving
you
like
actually get
this.
it, you get the view of what's going on now. You know.
Yeah, yeah, especially because I remember I discovering that when I was in the prog scene and I was watching Symphony X play, and their keyboard player is freaking awesome. But you every once in a while see his hand, but the rest of the time, all you see is his head just kind of turning there as he's doing whatever on the keyboards. And I think that's kind of why
Okay.
Dream Theater Jordan Rudess is has his setup sideways, and every once in a while he has his own custom guitar that he plays, but he tries different ways so that you could see that he's actually playing when he's playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So have y'all ever thinking about re releasing more albums or more tracks that y'all got going on?
Oh, I mean, as a professional band,
Mm-hmm.
that's what we call on deck. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we're obviously the rest of this year we're playing out this album and touring with this album, and we have some stuff in the works that I wish I could announce on this podcast, but I just can't.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's understandable. Yeah.
you just have to hold off. But
Yeah,
the
no,
uh the
that's
the
fine.
rest of the summer and the rest of the year for Sister Kill Cycle is going to be pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, as we were talking about earlier, we're generally always kind of writing.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we release an album and do stuff like that, where we're like kind of writing and throwing stuff back and forth to each other. We've kind of been on a little standstill just because this album is so strong and we all like are so behind it. Like all the songs are pretty much like standalone songs.
Mm-hmm.
Normally people write an album and you get two or three songs off it, are pretty good. The rest of them is kind of filler. But we've been seeing and we kind of felt like when we were writing it that it was like this, but we've been told like there's not a bad song on the album from start to finish. This is like a complete album. So we kind of have like taken a mindset to focus more on doing live stuff and merch for this year, the rest of this year, and
Mm-hmm.
we haven't really been writing in the writing process.
Right,
I'm
of
not
course.
saying we haven't done anything because that would make us lazy, but we have been focusing on this album, this cycle, and the rest of this year. So
Yeah, the
Right,
live
yeah.
show, the lighting, and improving the sound, making things so that we can bring more to every show when we with these gigs that we have coming up. throughout the year if we're playing live promoting this album.
Hmm. Yeah, I've
Definitely.
been seeing y'all's merches actually. I've been seeing y'all's merches. I all I gotta say, I will buy every single t-shirt that y'all like, like with the different designs, like you know what I'm saying? Um, but other than that, it just like, when I first listened to you guys, like, um Mr. Wake of Soul was telling me, he was like, hey, like, have you heard this local band called Sister Kill Cycle? I was like, no, I never heard of it. So when I listened to one of y'all's music, um, it's like, like I was like, man, like, I like the like, I like the music and like, the like, like others, like, you know what I mean? It just like gives me the
The
vibes. And I was
aesthetic,
like,
the aesthetic.
yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. I was about to say that, but thank you. I was about to say that. Yeah. Um, so like I've been listening to y'all's music here and there, and I was like, man, like what like all I gotta say, my most favorite two top favorite songs was We Were Ghosts and number one Public Enemy, I believe it was.
Public Enemy
Yeah,
number one.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's off one of our earlier albums. And it's always been one of my favorite songs to do because it's kind of like that, old school fucking 70s gangster type, mindset behind that song. It's like, they made me out to be an enemy as, this guy, this singer of this band. So
Mm-hmm.
I said, you know what? I'm just going to become the enemy. I'm going to become this badass fucking gangster, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
write
Wasn't there
this
a
song
gangster?
that just proves it.
And
Right.
wasn't there a movie by starring Cagney called Public Enemy Number One?
There might have been, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what caught my ear. That song right there is what got me interested in this band. I mean, it
Mm-hmm.
was that good. I was like, I told my wife, I was like, listen to this. And she's like, wow. And I'm like, yeah. I said, you know what? I'm going to be the next drummer in this fucking band. Watch.
You're like, watch
I
me.
hate always being right. You know what I mean?
Wait, did I hear that right? Like, do you hate being right? Or was it
No, I
like,
said I hate always being right.
oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
cursed because I'm so smart. I'm cursed. I'm always right. When I say something, it happens. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
Like
know how,
just like
but it just
that.
does.
You saw it coming.
And it's good for me. You know what I mean? It's like nothing negative. It's not like hate negatively. It's like it's a positive thing. It's like, you know what? I know what I want and I know what I'm gonna get. I work for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you earn it basically because like you put a lot of effort into it and like you know what? I'm gonna try to be the next one to be drumming. And I was like when I heard
Put it
that,
this way.
yeah.
Put it this way.
Mm-hmm.
When have you ever heard nobody getting an audition for a band like this on this level, right?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody calls you and says, you're in. Never. Okay. It's never gonna happen. Well, I got the opportunity, and guess what? I'm all the way with it. All the way.
All the way.
Uh,
All the way, baby.
Let's go
all the
all
way.
the way.
I sing to some ladies.
So like
So,
here's
so,
another
so
thing. I bet he gets it a lot because like before we start the interview, I was like does everybody went up to him said that they're like why you look like Marilyn Manson? Like you know what I mean? I, like that's
well,
what people commented.
that's exactly why I, did the fucking rock and roll fucking just hat, not looking like Manson tonight with the tank top. You know, to be
Hmm.
honest with you, I I've heard it for, you know, literally 25 years. I mean, I
Hmm.
actually was in a band called I'm Nailed Right In, which was my first band, which basically literally evolved from like 1989, 90 to what this band is now. Just because I'm so
Hmm.
hard-headed and I'm fucking stupid and I don't stop. So, um, before there was a Marilyn Manson, I was in a band very similar to this, but we were very much more punk rock back in the day. So we
Hmm.
were like what you would call like goth punk. Um, we still had the goth aesthetic, the dress. I started dressing when I was 13 years old. I would
Hmm.
steal my mother's clothes and wear her big 70s heel boots and stuff like that because I thought it was cool. I wanted to be, I just thought it was cool. Not really, I wanted to like rebel and look different,
Hmm.
but I just hated how everybody else looked. They looked so plain to me, and that never like really reverberated with me who I was. So um, I don't know. Maybe I was supposed to be gay, but somehow I ended up liking pussy, and still having the cool dress aesthetic.
Hmm.
So um, fast forward through time, um, was it 92, 93, when like all my guys that I was friends with were graduating high school. Manson had started coming out, and they started talking about this Manson character,
Hmm.
which when I saw at the time, because I was a huge David Bowie, Kiss, Alice Cooper fan, I loved that stuff. When I saw this Manson character come out, I was like, dude, this guy's cool. He's like aggressive. He's like Ministry, but he looks like Alice Cooper, and everything's like fucking
Hmm.
screaming and intense and blah blah blah. So I really fucking loved it. And I'd be a schmuck if I said, he didn't influence me a little bit to say in the aspect that, hey, you can do this. You can keep going and be weird and like try these different things, and it's cool. You can do
Hmm.
what you want. And that's something that I think Manson did for me is he told me that, dude, do what you want. And as long as you're doing what you want, it doesn't matter. So with that being said, in all these years of being, I just happen to look like the dude, and I refuse to change what I've done and what I
Hmm.
loved as a child and what I saw and built as an empire in my own little
Hmm.
world in West Virginia,
Hmm.
because he happened to get signed and get mainstream media attention before I did. So I mean, that's basically the gist of it. Is like we're two fucking assholes that look alike. We don't sound alike. I don't think. A lot of people
Hmm.
will say we sound alike, but I think they don't really
I
listen.
was I was about to say that because like one of my closest friends he texted me, and then because like like when I like because like they keep asking me for y'all's YouTube, and I was like, all right, I will send it to y'all. So I sent them the link, and they hit me up the next day. They'd be like, why they sound like Marilyn Manson vibes? Like they said they like y'all's music, but like they're like, why is the guy sounds like Marilyn Manson? I was like, we don't. I was like, I really don't know. Me personally, because like I just met you guys through the Brass Mug. I
Right.
was
And,
like,
and and I don't think I sound like Brian at all. I mean, you hear it in
mhm,
this interview. I mean, my voice is actually way deeper than Brian's. You know, uh,
mhm,
Marilyn
Yeah, it's
Manson.
kind of like, in fact, I think of the bands the same comparison could be made as Ghost sounding like Merciful Fate.
mhm,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I mean, I think it's more of the aesthetic of the look is the first thing people see, and then it's trapped in their brain. They're like stuck when they hear us. They're like, "Oh, this sounds like Marilyn Manson." But dude, Manson's voice is probably what would you say, Nick? At least an octave, if not two octaves, higher than mine.
Yeah, and he does a lot of different sounding stuff too. Like
mhm.
he does some weird layered stuff where we don't really do that much, like different voices layered on top of each other.
No, it's just kind of like old school rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, guttural, kind of like Motorhead-ish.
I was
Yeah.
saying this earlier. I think that if you actually were a Marilyn Manson fan and knew the catalog that he does, and then you heard us and you
Mhm.
actually listened to more than a couple songs, we're nothing like, nothing alike.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like we're in the same genre because of our look and maybe like our style, but I don't think we're even close on
Yeah,
sounding like them at all.
sound wise, no. Sound
it
wise,
was
no.
that like that's what I try to keep telling that's why I try to keep telling him. I was like, bro, like, like that's your opinion because in my opinion, like yeah, like like you don't sound like him at all. Like, what I'm saying? It's just like, back and forth, like, and others. Like, what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
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 like
yeah.
even my approaches to synth, it's more drawn influence from
Hmm.
EBM and synth pop, like bands like Funker Vogt and even some Suicide Commando. Not so much Manson.
Right. So, if y'all doing a next tour, like probably like y'all be doing a next tour.
Well,
In the late fall right now, we're
Late
expected
fall.
to do a tour, but we can't announce who it's
Oh
with
yeah.
or dates at this time.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Like yeah, that makes sense. Like like that makes sense. I have respect for it. Like, like we just gotta wait and see. Like, like
yeah,
y'all just gotta
it's
wait and see.
Believe me,
it,
when we're able to, it'll be
Yeah.
everywhere.
yeah, it's mainly Mateo. It's mainly because the artist we're going on tour with is
Hmm.
not ready to announce dates yet.
Yeah.
So that tells you how big it is.
Yeah.
We're waiting on them to give us the go ahead
Hmm.
Yeah.
because we're excited. We want to announce it and push. That's what this band's always done, dude.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
it
love what
just
we do and we love our fans.
hmm
So, even though we're not like multi-millionaires right now, we've been around and we've done things. We've been on top. We've had three major record deals. But we're go-getter guys, dude. Everybody in this band right now pretty much is self-sufficient, and we love what we do. And this is pretty much just a go cycle for the rest of the duration. Is we're just ready to go out and play for you guys. We love what we do.
hmm
We don't need anybody to make us big. We're as big as we want to be or as small as we want to be, and we love that control. So we just love doing it for you guys. I mean, we're gonna do
hmm
this regardless, but when we get to come out and do stuff for the fans, we
hmm
love being able to do that for you guys.
Oh, much respect for that one. Much respect for that one. So my other question is, like, what is y'all's most like favorite place that y'all want to perform, like, like out of the country, like y'all most favorite spot, like in y'all's future?
Uh,
Wacken Open Air Festival.
yeah, Wacken Open Air in Germany.
That's
Or also, I would love to go to South America to I forget the festival, but definitely South America and Germany.
Germany?
Yeah, Wave Gothic
Hellfest.
Treffen. Yeah, Mira Luna.
Hellfest.
Hellfest, yeah.
Like
Bloodstock.
where it's warmer, you know, like Hawaii, Japan, Southeast Asia.
You would say Hawaii because you live there, you fuck.
808 crew.
Like
Brazil.
who tours to Hawaii? No one.
It's the stop
Except
to it's a
except for
stop to
Michael
Japan.
Jackson.
It's a stop to Japan.
Yeah, Michael
Yeah, he's got a
Jackson
point there.
goes to Hawaii. We don't go to Hawaii.
He
If we're
got you,
going to
Nick.
Japan, we could do Hawaii.
That's what I'm saying. If we're going to Japan, Hawaii's the stop.
I mean, is it really though? I mean, is it really though?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
yeah,
Yeah,
still
and
because
15-hour
think
flight
about saving
from
gas.
Hawaii.
logistically it is, but for us to stop and do a show in Hawaii on our way to Japan,
I
Hey, we're
mean,
gonna have to have a layover there or Alaska.
that
Or,
negates,
or possibly Guam.
yeah, Guam. Sister goes back on Guam. I can't wait.
And even
Somewhere in the
smaller
South
island.
Pacific,
Yeah.
Solomon Islands, Marshall
Yeah.
Islands.
So Nick, so for your question, Nick, what is your most favorite song like, from you guys? Like, what is your most favorite one that you could think of?
My favorite two songs are completely on the opposite ends of the spectrum.
Hmm.
Um, I love playing Miss America,
Hmm.
and I love playing um Fetish Fangs. Like those are my two, or Fetish Fantasy, right? Is that what we called it now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fetish
Fetish
fancy. Yeah.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
So Fetish Fantasy and Miss America are my two favorite songs to play, but they're completely different.
They're completely different. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
like Miss
understandable. Yeah.
America is almost like this stoner doom, like kind of guitar groove, and Fetish is like this
Dance
solo
trance.
thing and delayed. It's completely different. But
Dance
those are
trance.
probably my two favorite to play. Listening wise,
Hmm.
off the new album, I really like Crossfire, We Were Ghosts. Um, Desolation sometimes is really fun to listen to.
Hmm.
You know, uh,
Ascension.
yeah, Ascension's a great one. Like
Here we go. We're going back to that. Like
we're
every
going
song
back to
is
like all these things. Like all the songs are, good in their own way, depending on, what you're looking for that
Yeah.
particular.
My
Yeah, it's a
most
discussion every time we talk about the set list on which songs from the album because we still
Yeah,
have to leave room for the older ones.
Yeah,
like
and
yeah,
it's
like to the
fun
newer
too.
or to the old, like to the newest or the oldest. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like to the newest and the oldest.
Well, Miss America is an older song, and the other song, which is
It's all
it's it's
good.
it's also another way is not Never Surrender. I'm saying it wrong. That's the
Uh,
wrong.
no,
As
sir.
it's
oh,
okay.
never enough.
Never enough. Never enough. Like, and
Yeah.
that's like
Yeah,
super like that's more of a goth punk song than anything. So it's like you got this stoner doom punk thing, and then like a dance
Hmm.
song that's like all lead guitar. All of them are completely different. Like
So,
not even in the
yeah.
same genre. If
mhm.
it was really like into like I only listen to this type of thing, they would probably not like us because we're all over the map. You know, in
Yeah,
in
one song would be like Gothic Doom, uh,
yeah,
Mhm.
Gothic Doom rock, and then the next one would be a little more industrial synth with some heavy metal guitar in there.
you know.
Yeah.
And then if you like Echo and the Bunnymen, that's a whole nother, But
Influence, yeah.
And also the synth in this band, if you listen to the progressions like I do,
Hmm.
man, fucking Roy is badass. I have to say, not because he's in my band, because I don't want to be like a dick or anything, but I'm just saying like this guy knows what he's doing, and if you pay attention to what he's doing, you're gonna just fall in love with it. Seriously, like
Right.
instantly, because it's
there's
fucking
there's not
badass.
a lot of like lead synth going on in a lot of modern music that's
I don't
popular.
know if
Yeah,
there are very many shredders in the genre.
No, so
when Nick is
definitely
doing rhythm,
different
you're
thing.
doing leads. You know what I mean? That's badass, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, even the
And
harmonies that we do, guitars and vocals, it's
No,
kind
no,
of like,
everything's good, bro. I'm
yeah,
just saying, like, I pay attention, man. It's like I fucking
yeah.
love it, man. Thank you. Good job, buddy.
thanks.
So like just in general, like when y'all first started the band, like, when y'all do a music video, like how long did it usually to take y'all to get it done? Like one of the old music videos.
On a music video. I mean, the only one that we haven't done one with this lineup all together yet.
Hmm.
Uh, that's coming soon. We're talking about that. But the last one that the most of us did together, which would be Roy, myself, and Nick, um, that was a solid day, like we were talking, in sweltering Florida heat, in a
Mhm.
house with no air conditioning. So that literally, I think we started early in the morning, somewhere around 8, 9 in the morning, and I think we
Mhm.
ended up wrapping around 10 o'clock at night, 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it was a full day of shooting,
Um,
and it was well, I mean, we set up the day before. So we did a whole day of setting up all the lighting and all the drumming and checking angles and all that. And then the next day we just did nothing but
shooting.
footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who did the footage for you guys? Like for the footage.
Tom Noir from the band October Noir.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we were really good friends, and you know, he's an awesome videographer and, you know, musician.
Mm-hmm.
And we've kind of worked together on and off. We've done shows together and did a tour together and stuff like that. And he's, you know, he usually does his own videos and not for anybody else, but I twisted his arm and got him to do a video for us. So it was pretty cool to get him out and get his take on what we do. And we love what he shot. We love how he did it. He did a fantastic job.
And he knows the band. So I don't,
Right, yeah,
might
because
have
we're
helped a lot,
friends.
Yeah, But he understood,
Mm-hmm.
like, it's not like you're trying to explain something to somebody shooting for the first time. It was like he already understood our I hate saying the word vibe.
You don't
Our
like
vibe.
that? You don't wait, you don't like that word?
I hate that word.
We've been using that word too much lately.
Like that,
Everywhere. Well, I'm a studio guy, and like every other word is vibe, and I hate it.
okay,
Like,
if you don't mind me, if you don't mind me asking, so like when people have heard that, like saying vibe a lot, like does it like drive you insane?
yeah, it's like nails on chalkboard.
Because it's like how it
Did you just say
describes
nails on
everything.
chalk?
Yeah,
Wait,
nails on chalkboard. Oh,
yeah. So,
I
Like I
love
couldn't
that,
find a
Nick.
better word.
what,
I love
what,
that, Nick. That was cool.
aesthetic. That's it's an aesthetic
I
or a
like
sound
that.
or a color.
Copacetic aesthetic.
Yeah, there
Hey,
you go.
that's proper English that we're talking now. You know, we're very proper guys, okay?
We're
We're
proper
very
boys.
intelligent.
ma-
We're proud of being proper too.
Except for London down there. Can we ask London a
Yeah,
question? Because
I got you.
he looks
Yeah,
so lonely
London.
down there.
Oh, I am so sorry. I am so sorry about that. So, my question for you, so how long you been playing the bass for?
I play for the band, basically saying that I am in the loop, I am in the Crazy Cage SPC since last year.
Mm-hmm.
And others I started to read in the last month, March. So it was a very, very, very interesting story for me because I loved also that band in the last years.
Right.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, like I think you're covering up your mic.
You got to use your outdoor voice.
We can't hear you. We can't
Yeah,
hear you.
yeah,
Speak louder.
Are you hearing now?
it's
We can hear you, but you're really
It just
low.
sounds very garbled.
And it's digitized.
Yeah,
hold
turn
on.
your volume up on your phone, bro.
Yeah, trying
Are you
to
running it through your bass head?
hold on. What I personally think is just like I think whatever phone he's using probably is like cover up the mic, I think, cover up the mic.
He's got some nice harmonic distortion over his vocal.
Yeah, I wait.
Yeah, we can't hear you, but my brother. Speak
Typical
up.
bass players.
Yeah, I know. Well, we love him though. He came right in, did a good job for us, man. Out of nowhere, you know. He's a great guy.
Can you
All
hear me
right.
I love him.
much better now? What do
Yes.
you say?
Yeah,
now.
we can hear
Yes,
you
Oh
now.
yeah,
perfect.
world's better.
Okay.
So, Basi, start again. So I was in this band since last year, but for one reason or another one, I was in this crazy cage as KC, Sister Kill Cycle, from basically started to gig with them in March. So, but it was a long story for me because, of course, I know them. I love them, this band, this kind of mood, this kind of industrial, melodic. That was my 80s background, style, genre. So I was very, I appreciated a lot when it was this opportunity to join them. Also, I say very thanks to Nikki because Nikki the last time get me back inside this band because from September when I started to cooperate, collaborate, something like that with the band, I became operative only in March when we started to gig with them. But of course, it was for me something natural because that songs that I love, all the songs that we play, are basically inside my DNA. So it's quite really easy for playing and to put a passion and put the aggressive way to play. Also, be careful. I'm playing a bass guitar, so it's like an humble instrument because bass guitar is not in the front line, but is helping the drum kick to get the mood for all the songs. So basically, people when listen, who is doing this guy, the bass player? Nothing. But if I don't play, effectively something changes. So my impression playing the songs is a little bit different from the others because other musicians that are in this band, because of course it's not a melodic instrument. So bass guitar for me is very aggressive when I play some kind of songs and not others. For others, more melodic, but actually at the end, that song that is for me is melodic is very aggressive and punchy. It's different way to say it, right? All the time.
And aggressive.
Well,
We love your aggressiveness, brother. Keep doing it. It
Yeah,
looks good. It
just
sounds
keep on
good. We love
going.
it, bro. You're doing a fucking great job, bro.
Like in general, and this band of Sister Kill Cycle in general, I personally love it so much because I have it on my playlist right now on my YouTube. I have it on my playlist. And every time when I go on social media live and some people join in, they're like, hey bro, they go hard. Like, what's their name? I was like, I just dropped the link in the comment. So I've been listening to it here and there on the way to work, on the way home from work, and others. And even I carry my speaker in my backpack. I even carry my speaker. And some people just drove by just looking at me like I was weird or something. I was like, hey, what can I say?
That's awesome,
Thank you.
man.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, listen, we're like I said, we're the commandeers of weird. So if you ever feel like you feel weird out in public or anything like that,
I just blast it. I just blast it. I don't care, for my opinion. If they want to look at me weird,
out in public, we're
yeah,
definitely
just know you have us in your back pocket and look at us.
We
I
love
mean, do I have to describe us anymore? I mean, look
No.
up and down the screen. I mean,
Yeah.
we're the epitome of weird.
All right. So my other question was, when y'all record in the studio, how long did it usually take y'all, after y'all write the whole thing?
We've never recorded in a studio as a band yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we're crazy.
My mind is not all
No,
there.
so I have my own studio here at home, which is basically what I call a production studio.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So I also play guitar, bass, and some keys and some drum programming. Nick is a professional recording artist and a studio engineer and a live engineer.
Oh, okay.
Roy is a professional producer / studio engineer. Nikki Shannon also is a guitar player, drummer, a bass player, and has recorded his own songs as far as vocals, and so is Save, London Black.
Hmm.
So what's really unique about this band is that at any given time, one of the five members could be in their studio, in our studios,
Hmm.
and come up with a demo. And like Roy was kind of hitting on it earlier, what we basically do is instead of like a lot of metal bands or a lot of other bands, like I got a hook or I got a riff, and I'm dun 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 dun, dun, kind of
Hmm.
Metallica. Uh, we'll kind of like do a whole song by ourselves, like or as much of the songs we can. Maybe it's a verse, a bridge, and a chorus. It could be
It's
as
like
far as
we
that.
some would say it's a song cycle where it's a verse, chorus,
Hmm.
and sometimes that would be it.
Oh,
Or
okay.
that's what we're calling it at the time, and then we throw it. I will, like, if I'm doing it, I'll throw
Hmm.
it out to the group chat as an MP3, right? And then give it to the rest of the guys. And if I tell them I feel really strongly about this song, let's start working on it. They'll grab it and then they'll start working on it and start developing and producing off of that. Same thing, like Fetish Fangs, for example,
Hmm.
was started off with a 30-minute, 30-second segment of like a little piece that he had written that we were not even gonna use for the album. It was kind of like nothing. He just literally had 30 seconds, and I sat down with it and wrote a song around it. So um, we have never, which I would like to say I'd like to see it happen just to see what we can do in a proper studio scenario.
Hmm.
But we as a band have like got to the point where we've all learned to do a little bit of everything, like, pretty well. So it's easier for us to just say, I'm sitting here in my studio right now, and here's what I come up with. I record it, send it out to the band chat, and say, all right, you guys fucking work on it now. And then everybody will kind of like grab their little piece and put what they want into it. And then we develop it into a song. And then once it
Hmm.
gets to a point where we're like, oh, it's a cool song, then we strip everything back most of the time. Sometimes we keep little parts, but most time, then we'll re-record
Hmm.
and develop. Now we have the song developed. Now we re-record it, and everybody will do their parts. But we still have to this point done it like digitally over our own studios. So, to go back,
So like basically, so like y'all don't go, like so like you just told me like y'all don't go to the studio like
together
you have.
ever. No.
Okay. S- So like how would you like like let's just say like if you like wrote the song like and you send it to and you say you send it through the MP3 to the group and like how'd y'all put it together?
Well,
Well,
we'd
Because
usually grab the MP3 or share it, and then
Hmm.
we would throw it in our own DAW, and then we just work on either recreating it or we would just add to it, and depending upon what kind of ideas we have with what he's put out there.
yep, and then sometimes, like if I put something out there and then Roy or whoever puts something out there and I go, oh, that's better. Let me change this. And I rewrite a part and we move stuff around. And it's basically like we work on an arrangement and parts kind of just develop in the development stage until a point where we go, that's the song. And then we say, all right, now let's do it for real.
Oh, okay.
But we all
Exactly.
do
That's
have
kind of what Sean
our
was describing.
I can do all my guitar recording here. Roy does it all at his house. Sean does it all at it's everybody does it at their own
Like
place.
they yeah, their own place. I was about to say that like they do it at y'all's own place.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And
then at the end, like on this last album, um, I did the edits and then some editing and then basically mixed it, and then we had some other stuff flown around, and then of course the arguments ensue on what needs to be where and what needs to be how, and this is wrong and change this, and you know
Yeah.
but that's how it is.
And when
That was
it's done and it's badass. Trust me on that one.
yeah, hey, you know what? I
It's
gotta
done
trust
right.
Well,
you know what? I gotta trust Nikki on that one. I mean, like he said in the beginning, he's cursed.
I would just say if
Yeah.
it went for certain people in this band, myself included, the
Mhm.
album probably could have come out February 14th instead of May 16th.
Need more time to do it right, though.
Yeah.
That's
like-
why this band is so great, man, is because everyone takes in consideration of everything that's done, and nobody half-asses anything. If somebody don't like something, they're going to speak on it, and they're not afraid to. So that just makes us better.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like I like the way y'all put it, like, you know, like when y'all put a lot of effort into that, like, you know, music in general, of y'all's music in general. Like I like the way y'all like potential and take y'all time with it. It's just like every time I keep going back of We Were Ghosts, and I listen to this other one called Can't Feel.
Oh yeah.
That like Can't
The
Feel,
popular
that's the
song.
most a good song right there.
Yeah.
That'll grab your heart. That song will grab your heart and squeeze
Dude,
it, and you'll
no.
almost die.
Actually, Nikki, funny she said that, my heart just exploded.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, not a problem.
And
Actually,
I remember Roy and I did that album by ourselves. I mean,
mhm,
that literally that whole album is Roy and myself. And I kind of told Roy when the album was starting to happen, it's like, dude, this
mhm,
is our fucking number one song on this fucking record. And
mhm,
I kind of agree. And then he started pushing me. He's like, you have to sing it better. And he just kept pushing me and pushing me and pushing me,
mhm.
because the song did turn into that flagship number one song on the album. And I just remember, I mean, we probably went a month and a half back and forth on vocals just on that song.
Mhm.
But yeah, when it was all said and done and finished, uh, I think Roy and I were both like, this is a really great song.
I was gonna ask like what was the behind of the lyrics of Can't Feel?
Uh, now you're asking into realms that I have to be.
I'm sorry about that.
No. It's all good. It's not like you're doing anything wrong, but
Hmm.
sometimes to me, the way I wrote the songs feel one way and mean one thing,
Hmm.
and then sometimes when we perform them at a certain place, they feel a different way. Me as a vocalist, as a writer and lyricist, what I try to do is I write songs because the world makes me feel a certain way. Life happens. I'm real just like you and just like everyone else.
Hmm.
And so if I go through a breakup, you know, and the music makes me feel a certain way, it might like just go, hey, this is what I'm feeling. This music that we wrote together is making me feeling this about this breakup. So now this song's about this breakup. I never come to a song with the intent and idea of I already know what the song's going to be.
Hmm.
I always let the music talk to me and tell me what it's like, a whisper in the wind, like an old cowboy in the middle of the desert. You hear that wow wow wow.
Yeah.
It's the music kind of does, and says, "This is what I want you to say." And
Hmm.
so I start writing to the way I feel. And when I am writing, I mean, I've always been the kind of guy like I like old school rock and roll, straightforward lyrics. Yes, I love Manson. Yes, I love Tool, but I don't want to have to break out a thesaurus to enjoy my music. You know what I'm saying? If I'm like average age, sixth, seventh, eighth grade dropout, I don't want to have to break out a thesaurus or dictionary to figure out what this guy's fucking saying. So I write with that mindset. So everybody, even if you're not from this country, if you barely learn any English and you come here, you can understand what I'm saying. I will say it in the most basic, fundamental way for you to make that your song. It's not my song. It's not our song. It's your song now because you
Interpret it how you
Yeah, you make it universal and relatable.
Bravo. Very well said, bro. I love it. Very well said. Yeah, it makes sense. I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah.
And I've also
That's
seen
great.
like this happen with a lot of our songs when we play it live, where well, we see how the fans are reacting to it, and it gives us a new interpretation to the song than what we originally wrote, and I guess it fits with that term that a lot of us songwriters say, where it now hits different when we play it live.
100%, 100%, because something I've always like, since I was a little kid, gotten into music is like, music is the universal language. And when,
Yes.
I always remember being a fan at the shows, seeing bands and thinking to myself, like, I love this feeling. I feel like I'm part of something. And then when I, got old enough to actually create and be in a band myself, that conveyed over to the same thing. I wanted to create music that did that same thing to the people that didn't play music, or even maybe the people that did play music. I wanted us to find this spectrum of life to where we vibrated together and we became one. And that's why Sister Coast Cycle is different from a lot of bands out there. We're different. And yeah, I look like Manson. We kind of have the same aesthetic, but we're literally light years apart. We're like from the sun to the earth is how close we are to Manson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
solar system and
Even trying to have some Depeche Mode style harmonies in there on the vocals to differentiate us.
But
And again, as a band, we could sit here and we could go all day with like the little idiosyncrasies that are us that we love. I mean, but it just is like this. Listen, if you're so hung up on the aesthetic, the look of us that you think, and we've heard a million things. We've heard Dollar Tree, Marilyn Manson. We've heard this and that. You're trying to rip off Manson. Listen, you obviously don't know who Marilyn Manson is, because if you did, you would know Marilyn Manson would say, don't attack one of our own and be yourself.
That
Don't
is
judge.
that is a true fact. Never judge book by its cover either.
Right.
Say
And-
too, publicity is publicity, right? Whether it's bad or good, it's still publicity. So we're getting bad publicity or good, it's still publicity in the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it doesn't
Yes,
matter.
exactly.
We're
We
very
laugh at the
humble with
comment,
it. We're not
just
going to
like-
argue with people. We're just going to go, thank you. When they're being negative, we're going to be like, thank you. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to argue,
I mean, like, what's
because
the point?
people can believe whatever they want, and they have a right to say what they want to say. We just don't feed into it because we already know who we are, and
Exactly.
we're not like that.
Exactly.
We're not like that,
Just like what this one promoter told me, like, I know him way back, but he told me this, like, if y'all get hate, more people, like, like, let's just say if some people like spread rumors about it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'd be
Yeah.
like, that make you more famous, like, you got more people coming in, like,
Well, like I said, here's the thing.
yeah,
Good or bad publicity is still
Mhm.
publicity. So somebody's making me famous anyway by talking about me,
Yeah,
whether it's
yeah,
good or bad. And
yeah,
you know what?
exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to
Online
say that. Not
journalism.
famous.
Want that you want to burn.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not
Go
to
ahead,
say the
burn a
word
butt. I don't
famous.
care.
Like I'm not to say famous. I mean like when people coming in, like like coming at y'all in a good way. They be like, hey, like don't listen to them. Like do like if y'all love to do that, do what y'all love to do.
I gotta
And
say,
basically we do, but here's the
Mhm.
thing.
Mhm.
Sean said earlier, like about 20 minutes ago, I think, he's like, people don't listen to Sister Kill
Mhm.
Cycle because if you do, we're nothing like Manson. We're not trying to be Manson. We don't
Mhm.
sound like him. These guys, you already heard the production of how we write everything, right? So it's like,
Exactly.
we're original, and we all like to look the way we like to look. And when we get up on stage and we play a song for you guys, we want it to be the best. We don't want to just write something and go, oh, okay, that's good enough. The production of it all is like, we say it ain't good enough until it's good enough. Because I'm with pros, you know what I mean? Like these guys are great to work with. They're easy to work with, fun. We all laugh and joke around and stuff. But that's why I love this band so much, man, because everybody has a say in everything. Nobody is like, oh, don't do this. Everybody builds everybody up, each other up. You know what I mean? So if we're not doing something that's 100%, even though it sounds good, right?
Mhm.
It has to be at 100% in the end. That's how we are.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And
And that's what we do together. Yeah.
so London, like I told them, like what is your most favorite place that you want to perform like in your future?
Basically, Germany, as before Sean said,
Mm-hmm.
for Wacken, of course, is one of the best exposition for our kind of bands. But there are several festivals also in the UK. I
Mm-hmm.
played a lot there for 9 years in London when I lived there. And also Italy is another good field because France is very hot. It's a niche of market, of course, in Italy, but that niche is very hot. It's very ready and need to get the power feeling that you can transmit. Talking about our band, of course, but European is also don't forget the East European like Poland, Republika Czech, Russia. It was Russia. It was a fantastic place where to play.
Mm-hmm.
Also was Ukraine. I played there so many times. Very, very hot chicks. Okay, hot fans. Okay, something like that is better. But
Hot to
yeah, there
cheeks.
are several places. But also don't forget also again America because America it's the world, and so any opportunity is a good chance for to play in America. Any small, medium, festival, big arena, everything. Of course, bigger is better is, right?
Yeah. Well, like you do have a good point. You do have a good point. I like that. I like that.
I give him 2 thumbs up.
I-
I love this guy right here. I love all these motherfuckers right here.
Um, so you're most like so that like you like to perform like could it be prefer a large city, medium city, or even small city for your opinion?
No, as I said, I think also it depends from the songs because I think that in our set list there are few songs that are matching better for for example, small venue.
Mm-hmm.
Others are better for big venues. One thing it's important, our show. So what does it mean? That we need a little bit space for us to move on shows because our gig is not only sound, but also something good to see, something good to share with the fans. So I'm talking about look, stage standing, and something about that. So sometimes small venues, small venues are not so adapt to what we would like to offer. It means show, look, sound, and that's it, all together. Also thinking about the lighting show, because as you know, we use a very sophisticated MIDI processing for lights, and Roy is, I think, is the best they can say about that. And lighting is part of our show. Lighting us in synchro with our songs, so we can get the best of our processing riffs. For example, talking about guitar, when the lights are coming out, very, very high lighting over us, and everything is programmed, everything is already prepared before. So basically our pro band is pro because it's mixed together: lighting, shows, visual stuff, clothing, stage dress, and music, of course. All of them, I think, what is my opinion, is like we can say this is a professional band, and that's it. You are, we are.
I
Good way to put
100%
it.
agree with you on that one. I like that.
Tell people where you're from, bro. Where were you born at?
Oh, me? I am Italian. I was born in Tuscany, but very soon I lived in Italy so many decades ago, and then I lived 9 years in the UK, then I lived 4 years in Hong Kong, in China, where I toured a lot there. Even if Hong Kong, you know, where is it? It's the last part of the China. It's an island. And different kind of culture. I lived and worked there as a musician, professional tour bus player, played for several, not a lot, several bands, because I would prefer to play only for professional band. It means it's professional. Sometimes it's not easy to find in bands, but for me now, Sister Key Cycles, the main only one I can say right now band that I'm playing for, and so it's a part of my heart. So again, when I play the session tour bus player for bands, all that bands are my bands, because of course I entered inside that mood, because it's not asked to play for money. I asked to play because I can put on them all my kind of skills or my kind of background and culture. And if there is matching, it means that that band is exactly what I am. So, yeah, and Sister Key Cycle, of course, is exactly the same again.
So
Hey,
if you don't mind
we
me,
thank you, bro. We thank you so much for that, bro. Like,
so if you don't
you
mind me
got my heart,
asking,
bro.
like what got you into like what got into rock music, for your opinion? Like what type of rock music you listened to back in the day?
For me, just personally,
Yeah.
so basically everything is powerful. It means that starting from the 80s, more musicality, more catchy songs like Motley Crue, more. It means that the aggressivity has to be, for example, Wasp, WASP. It's another band coming from 80s, 90s that is pushing very well the powerful how they play, but also is catchy, something easy, because I think that more easy you are, more catchy you are, more melodic sometimes you are, more people you can get it. And sometimes don't think that a part or share of the market is only for melodic pop. Basically, they can go for melodic rock, melodic industrial. So getting together the musicality, the simplified way to play a song, and also having a good look, you can get this kind of share of the market that is bigger than only to say that I would like to play only that. But yes, by coming from 80s style, this is the root that I had. And I think that is the same common for us. Same root.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I love the sound of that, honestly. For Roy, let me see if I could try to so like I told Landis, so like what is your most favorite rock music, well, like your most favorite songs, like in general, like some bands like got you into it?
Like
Influences, he's asking.
oh,
Influence. Yeah, I meant to
influences.
say, yeah, I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, there is that industrial metal influence like Fear Factory and Godflesh that started me on my own journey, and then I started incorporating some more black metal on bands like Emperor and Satyricon. In fact, I thought that was totally cool when Satyricon did their EP Rebel Extravaganza, where they started blending black metal uh, with electronic and industrial sounds before anybody in the black metal scene actually took it seriously. And that's another similarity I noticed with punk music that had with black metal is that both of them people that are spokesmen for the genre say it's not just a musical genre, it's an attitude. And I think that's kind of what's gone back to a lot of our approach to it, even with the music and the synth and the guitar and all that is a very punk rock attitude that we have, not giving a shit about what other people think so
Hmm.
much about what we do because we know if done well,
Yeah.
there will be people that enjoy it just as much as we do. So yeah, that's been huge industrial black metal, and before then I was into death metal, so that's how it was in a natural progression into black metal. And then I
Hmm.
also started dabbling with progressive and opera, orchestral metal, symphonic metal,
Hmm.
It's
even
all
even the
metal. I mean, look at Roy. Could he be
yeah.
any
You know how
more
much of this is
metal?
He looks way
like
more
metal and
metal, to be
leather.
honest.
Dude,
Yeah.
He
But
is
I mean,
metal of
there's
all.
also film soundtracks that have
I
a
mean,
that
I,
were an
I,
influence.
I think if Roy takes off his fucking vest, you'll see tattoos of like two devil horns like this right on his chest.
Well, let's not forget the industrial influences that I have, like even with EBM
Hmm.
and synth pop. You know, I mentioned Funkervogt and Suicide Commando, even Feinflug, which is very abrasive stuff, and then even yeah, as of the last decade, I was getting heavily
Hmm.
into dark wave, synth wave, and some of the derivatives of that, like Master Boot Record and Carpenter Brute. In fact, Carpenter Brute, I love how abrasive their synth sounds are, and they still get incredibly melodic with the Baroque style modulations and in the chord progressions. And that's how things come full circle back into the classical influences, even from Baroque and neo-romantic music.
Wow, that was pretty impressive, to be honest. Like,
I was thinking that myself. That was like, did he take a breath in between that spiel?
I
You
was,
heard
Hey,
me take
Roy.
a breath, right?
Hey, Roy.
I had to pause to
Thank
take a
you,
breath.
brother. Thank you, Roy. That was
Thanks,
very
guys.
impressive, bro.
just like like just in general, like I like you guys' style, the way y'all put a lot of, like I said, y'all put a lot of work into it, to like to y'all's music, like like y'all pushing it out there, like like just in general, like y'all pushing it out there. It's like
Yeah,
Yeah,
that kind
I
of
mean,
reminds me of going back to what you were talking about, where people were telling us not to rip off Manson, and I was like, well, where would Korn be if people were telling them to stop ripping off Faith No More? Where would Bush be if they told them to stop ripping off Nirvana? Where would Nirvana be if they told them to stop ripping off the Pixies?
Yeah,
Nobody's
right.
thinking that.
like a lot of people just heading on y'all just like for no reason. They just like to talk shit in general. Like, like, what? Thank you so much. You have a good day as well. Like,
yeah.
like,
Well, music is universal, okay? It's
yep.
universal. And you have to have a love and passion for what you do with the band you're in. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So if someone don't like it, okay, we didn't ask you to like it. We didn't ask you to hate it either, but we like it. That's why we do it. You know what I'm saying? Like we
Hmm.
do what we love to do. No matter what, if anything else, at the end of the day, we're gonna say, you know what? Hey man, good job, brothers. And we're gonna love what we do, And it's
Mhm.
like we're gonna progress still, and nobody's gonna stop us because just because somebody
Exactly.
doesn't like us, what are we supposed to do? Bitch up and go, oh, we're gonna quit now. No, that ain't gonna happen, bro.
That no, for my opinion, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen in general. That's not gonna happen in
Fuck
general.
no.
So
And these guys that I'm with, dude, let me tell you something. I'm lucky to be where I'm at right now, like the way I got this spot. And I'm going all the way. I'm going to go all the way till I die. Okay. Like, I'm not going to die anytime soon, but I'm going to go all the way with these guys till I fucking die. This is the last band for me, bro.
right.
That's how much I love these guys. Okay. We
Oh
all get
yeah.
along. We all crack up and joke up and stuff. But you know what? When business is business, bro, we do it and we do it right. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And we all love each other. You know what I mean? Like we don't always get along. You know, nobody always gets along. You know, we argue sometimes, whatever stuff. But
Like
nobody's going nowhere.
there's
You know,
possibly ways
nobody's
like
going
to
to be like,
fix
"Oh, I
it.
quit" or "You're fired." That's not going to happen.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I love the setup that y'all had from the brass mug. I love the setup, the lights, like like the lights in the background, like started moving, something like that.
Yeah,
I
we had a lot of and most of those lights were ours, though. I think the only house lights we did on that show were just the overhead lights to
Mhm.
just fill in the gaps with everything else that we had going.
Mhm.
Yeah, when the music stops, we have to have lights on because it gets dark up there. We're just like, it's even, here's the funny thing. Sean's like, hey, it's really dark up here.
It's one of those things. It's like we always are progressing. Like whether it's our stage show, it's our writing style, it's whatever. It's a constant state of progression. Where are we going? Where do we come from? What do we want to do different?
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to see us again,
and we
bro,
don't
hey, host,
really.
if you want to see us again, June 1st, Brass Mug.
I'll,
Yeah,
Thanks.
but to go back to what Nick was saying,
Mhm.
eh, we don't really hold ourselves to a definition of what we're going to do or what we can't do or anything like that. I
Mhm.
mean, a lot of bands, like, we know what Sister Kill Cycle is supposed to sound like, and we've all talked about this many times. And there's some songs,
Mhm.
like probably a lot of songs that we have written that nobody's ever going to hear as long as you live, just because they don't sound like Sister Kill Cycle, right?
Mhm.
But even with that being said, we don't limit ourselves. I mean, you take a song like Crossfire and then put it up against a song like Miss America, and it's like, are these the same band? Is this the same band? Just because it's so diverse across the spectrum, what we all love, like all of our influence, the
Mhm.
20 black metal bands that Roy listed, and the 50,000 bands that we all love together. um it just listen, we're just rock and roll, and
Oh
that's it.
yeah.
Let,
Yeah,
let's
of
let's
course.
simplify this interview and what everybody has to think about this band right now. We're just a rock and roll band. This is what we look like. You dig us, that's awesome. We love you because we do love our fans more than anything. You
Mhm.
don't like us? Cool. Go listen to
Like
Manson. Go listen to someone else. That's cool.
that's like yeah, because like cause like me, I love music in general. I love music in general. It's got to be rock and roll or whatever other type of genres. Like mostly for my opinion, I mostly love listening to rock music since the age of 13. Cause my mother got me into this one band like it happened a long time ago. She got me in this band called Avenged Sevenfold, Metallica, and on my uncle, they listen to like some older rock music. Like some of them, it was like extremely goth. For example, like Cradle of Filth, um, or others rock and roll musicians that I cannot think of right now because it's been a while.
Right.
So like
I feel you there.
because like rock music is like my medication. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I just got to keep on
Yeah.
going.
Gotta take your medicine, bro.
Well, I mean, like, shoot, I mean, like, basically, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, y'all's music in general is my medication.
It's
That's all.
awesome.
Thank you,
That's all I
bro.
gotta say.
Appreciate you, man.
Is there,
Hey, I still like, I know he said some things about the fans. I still like am completely blown away by our fans every day. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Our fans are awesome. Thank you,
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah. Like
Yes. Thank
Nick,
you, man.
and Nick can be one to like actually talk to you about this because he came in from the outside, and then when he started doing shows from us, it was like, you know, he expected one thing and he's heard other things, but then he got to see and the fan interaction and like be part of that. And he's like, he's still to stay. He's like, I don't believe it. He's like,
mhm,
it's incredible. Like the relationship we have with our fans, you would think we were Metallica or Britney Spears or Madonna, just because the interaction and the commitment and relationship we have with our fans is so unique and so tight, and it's like I it's hard to describe. I mean, I've been in this band for 30 years,
mhm,
and I still, there's some shows I go to and we all look at each other and we're like, guys, we've been here, for 35, 40 minutes out, and, we need to get on the road. And there's still, we have like people all around us, and they want to talk to us and they want to take pictures and they want to get stuff signed.
mhm,
And, one thing that's unique about this band, no matter how big we get, we always remember that you look down this line, and I'm sure like people, I don't know if they'll see it like I see it. I look down this line and we're all normal guys. There's Sean, and there's Roy, and there's Nick, and there's Nikki, and there's London. And these are all normal guys.
mhm,
I don't think even if we got to the acclaim of like a Metallica, that it would change us that much to where it'd be like, you know what, guys, I'm flying in. I'm not even going to get to the show early. I'm just going to show up like 15 minutes before we go on,
mhm,
and I'll see you guys at the show. We travel together, and one of the things that I think is very important about us is we do like to get there early and like meet and talk to our fans, because we're just, we may look weird, but we're just normal guys. And I want people to know that we can relate to them. And I know they relate to us. And that's what makes us distinct from other bands. When you see
mhm.
these other bands who seem way bigger than us, that's just their attitude. Trust me, they could walk out and walk around and talk to people if they
Mhm.
wanted to.
Right.
I assure you, I give you my word, if they wanted to be cool, they would. Just because you worship them like a god does not mean they're God.
Exactly.
We love our fans, bro. We love them. I mean, totally
Yeah.
love them. Like we were supposed to do a 20-minute meet and greet, and it was like 2 hours at our first show at Brass Mug. And we're like, we got to get on the road. You know what we did? We all buckled up and said, hey, this is what it is. Without them, we have nothing. And that's what made it so much more powerful. And we were tired the next day because we went from one show to another. We had to travel 5 hours away to the next show. None of us got any sleep. And we had
Oh,
to be there at 9 o'clock in the morning. We didn't leave there till like 2 or 3 in the morning. We
really?
got all the way there. We all got together. We all set up, did our thing, and it was great, man. Everybody showed up.
Like to be honest with you guys, like, what do you call it? Like when I heard that y'all performing in a brass mug, and like, I went and like, I mean, like, we got there early as well too, like, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And it's like, like sometimes, like, when he told me, he was like, hey, like, we're going this at this time, and I was just like up late, just like jamming out to y'all's music until the sunrise. I mean, like I fell
Right.
asleep on the way there, but I woke up, arrived at the Brass Mug. I was like up late
Thank you,
and
bro.
everything.
That's
Thank you,
awesome,
brother.
man.
Yeah,
Thank you, man. We appreciate you, bro.
hey,
We appreciate everyone like you, bro. Even if people hate us, we still appreciate them. You know what I mean? Like, we'll still say thank you.
oh,
You know, people that love us, thank you. People that hate us, thank you. We're not going to argue with nobody. You know what I mean?
yeah,
We're not about that, bro. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. Like, here's the thing, because like for me, I have like have social anxiety because I'm not used to around people or associate. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
and I was like, no, I just got to break the shell, and I was like, no, what? I just might want to talk to them, like, because like y'all seem cool people, like, like I like y'all's energy, like, you know what
We're
I'm saying?
definitely humble and we're grateful. So,
Yeah.
again, thank you for letting us be the grateful, humble people that we are. And
hmm
thank you for doing this interview tonight, man, because, if we didn't meet you, we wouldn't have had May 1st, bro. So thank you for that, bro. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, not a problem. Like like when Roy joined earlier today, like, like before, like, cause I would just like trying to set everything up. Like he
Yeah.
can hear me, but I can't hear him. So like I had to go to setting, like, he has to help me like set up like he helped me set up this room. So like, and he's trying to fix the engineering of my settings of the volume and others.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
Well, you did
Um,
great, man. And we appreciate it. Like I said, man, very honored and grateful, man, for you.
I honestly, like, I'm very honored. Like I said, like back in my mind was telling me, I was like, man, I'm really nervous for this interview because it's been so long.
There's nothing to be nervous about ever around us.
No, bro, you're
Yeah.
doing great, man. And thank you. No, don't ever be nervous. When you talk to us, we're humble and
hmm
grateful, and we're people like you are, bro. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we're the same guy. We're the same guys you are. You know?
So
Yeah,
I do have
yeah,
one
been there.
last like, before we catch this up, like, do y'all want to say anything to the people who will be watching? Like, y'all got anything want to say?
I love you
Mhm.
and thank you. That's all I gotta say.
A man of many words.
Hey, you can't say it much better than that. I mean, I think that's pretty much how we unanimously feel in this band. Like I said, there's not enough to be said for our fans. The people do support us, and I look forward to like meeting a whole new bunch of people. I know there's millions and millions out there have never heard of us, seen us, anything like that, and we hope to get a chance to interact and meet with those people. And just us, man. We're fucking Sister Kill Cycle. If you dig us, please check us out. Talk to us online. We all are online. We don't hide behind managers or record labels or anything like that. We just believe that, true rock and roll and true diversity should not be something that multi-millionaires and people hide behind. I mean, I'm not going to live behind an white ivory gate and then try to speak from the heart to somebody who lives in a $600 a month apartment on food stamps. That don't make no fucking sense.
Right,
So
right.
we're not like that. This band will never be like that. We're
We
the
love
real
everyone.
we're the real deal. If you like us or not, that this is us. And thank you for having us on. And I love all of you guys. Sayonara.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for coming out tonight
And
and watching
also,
us.
to the people will be watching, it's going to be posted on my YouTube, Facebook, and like I said, I'll make sure I will drop down their page and their YouTube page as well. If y'all want to check it out, show them some love and
Of
support.
course. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Absolutely, for sure.
by the way, London, I'm not gonna lie, I really do like your accent. Like not in a weird way though, not in a weird way.
Oh,
Like in
it's
a
a
good way.
completely broken English, but okay. And I'm trying to express my opinion right in the correct way. Sometimes I use a special app. It's called an Ask a Key Translator app because sometimes when some guys here don't want to say the name, is chatting in very slang way. I am very in confusion. So I need the app. Going to Ask Easy app and see what he says. Okay, I understand now. No, it's true.
Hey, London, me, you, and Nick are Italian. You and I and Nick are Italian. Okay,
Yeah.
we're good.
Mm,
We don't
Alright.
speak as proper as you do, but we're trying, bro. You got to teach us, okay?
All right, guys,
Alright.
and thank y'all again so much for this opportunity, and
Yeah.
hopefully, like, hopefully we can try this again, and so I could try to, like I said, trying to figure this out and like transport it and everything else. So
Awesome, bro. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate
See?
you.
For having us.
Thanks for
June
having us.
1st, we're at the Brass Mug again, so
yeah,
come check us out,
exactly.
bro.
First of June.
all right.
Yep.
The Undead Psycho Clown is out, and again, shout out to the Sister Kill Cycle.
Thank you.
Much love.